Hi everybody, welcome to Karen Sizzle and Spice. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make a cheeseburger pizza. That's right. Did you know that you can make any kind of pizza you want really, and you don't even have to deal with pizza dough? Crescent rolls make the perfect crust for any kind of pizza that you want. So all we're going to need today is a roll of crescent rolls. We're going to use a little bit of mustard. We're actually going to use some Montreal steak seasoning, which I just love. If you've not tried it, you should. We're going to use 1 pound to 2 pounds of ground chuck. I'm using some, there's the oven. I'm going to use some provolone. I'm going to use some onion, some mozzarella, and some green and red bell pepper. So let me show you how we get this one started. Okay, to get this pizza crust started, I'm going to open up my package of crescents here. And you know, if you like your crust thicker than what you're going to get with one of these, you can always use a little bit more of the crescents if you prefer. Oh, I love doing that, don't you? I'm going to open this up. You know what, actually, I'm going to put just a little bit of Pam on my cookie sheet here. That's what I'm going to cook this on, just to be sure nothing sticks. I'm going to spread out my crust here. And I'm just going to start spreading it out. I like my crust pretty thin. So, okay, just spreading it out. You know what, I think I might need more than one of these. It's been a while since I made one this large. So I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another crescent roll. In order to fill this very large cookie sheet, I'm going to need 2 packages of the crescents. There we go. And I'm just going to open up the layers of dough here and fill up my cookie sheet here. Just spread it really well. Okay, so this is a large cookie sheet, so I'm going to use 2 rolls of crescents for the crust. So I'm just spreading it out evenly. I'm going to push it up on the sides a little bit so there'll be like a ridge around the crust, because there's going to be lots of delicious goodness on top of this pizza. Make sure that you press together all the seams so they don't come apart when you start baking in the oven. And I'll be right back when I got this all nice and smooth. Okay, now that I've got the crescents nice and evenly pressed out, you can see I went up on the ridges a little bit, so you get a little, it'll be able to hold all that goodness that we're going to put on here. Now, if you were to put these crescents right in the oven now, they would puff up like crescent rolls do. So what we're going to do to prevent that is fork it. We're going to fork the crust, just like that. Being sure to go around the edges. This will keep the crust flat as it cooks in the oven. And really, you can never do too much of that. Now I'm going to put it into a 375-degree oven right on the top shelf. And I'm going to leave this until it's browned around the edges a little bit, and then we will cover it with all the fabulous toppings, which is what we're going to work on next. So I'm preparing my veggies that are going to go on top of this pizza, because I'm going to saute my bell pepper and onion, and then I'm going to throw my ground beef right in there on top of it. Now, to make this really gorgeous, I'm cutting these peppers in rings instead of chopping them up. So what I did was I cut off the top of the bell pepper, and then I pulled all the seeds out and all the stems, all the extra stuff, so I can just cut beautiful rings. They're gonna look gorgeous on the pizza, and you know, I always say you eat with your eyes first, so you may as well make it beautiful, right? Come a little closer, Ed, so you can see how gorgeous these veggies look. Isn't that pretty? The crescents have been in the oven for about 10 minutes now, and they're a beautiful golden brown. And we need to do this because after I get all the toppings on there, all the toppings are going to be cooked. So we're only going to put it back in the oven for everything to meld, to marry, and to melt. So I'm going to leave this here and we're going to move on to the next step. So I'm going to use my nonstick pan. I've had it heating up on the oven here for just a couple minutes. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil at the bottom of my pan. You can see I also got this for a gift too, this beautiful purple olive oil container from Rachel Ray. Again, I'll put this link in the description of this video, and this comes in many colors too. Okay, now that that oil is a little hot, I'm going to put my onions in and my bell peppers. Come closer. Look how gorgeous these are. I love these colors. Food is just beautiful, isn't it? You can leave it there. I'm going to saute these for a few minutes, and when they start to wilt, I'm going to throw the ground beef in and brown that all the way. We're using mozzarella cheese and provolone cheese on this pizza, so I'm just getting the mozz ready. Okay, these peppers and onions have been cooking here for about 10 minutes and they're starting to wilt really nice. And because I don't want to lose that ring look, it's going to look so pretty on the pizza, I have decided not to put the ground beef in here right on top. So I'm going to put these aside in a bowl here, and then I can layer them on the pizza as we get all the goodness on top. This pan is nice and hot here. So my next step then is just to get this ground beef all browned, which will probably take another 10-15 minutes or so. So I put this in here, break this up, and I'll show you what we're going to do next after this is all nice and brown. Now that we've got all our mise en place ready to go, the ground beef took about 10 minutes to brown. It's perfect and ready to go. So we're going to start to layer this gorgeousness on this pizza. Now Ed and I, we have a couple of favorite brown mustards, so I'm actually going to use a little bit of both on here. I'm just going to put a little bit here, and then I'm going to use a little bit of this mustard. You can use any kind of mustard that you like. We don't want it to overpower the whole pizza, so I'm not going to put too much on here. And then we're going to just spread it out with the spatula here, nice and even. Ooh, I can't wait to have this for dinner today. It's going to be delicious. This is one of those dishes too. If you're preparing it for your family, you can absolutely put everything together up until the point that it just needs about 10 minutes in the oven. You can throw this in your fridge and just pop it in the oven when you're ready to eat. Ugh, that's beautiful. Now the next thing I'm going to layer is some provolone cheese across the whole pizza. This pizza is going to be cheesy and delicious. Just gorgeous here. Look at that. Come even closer, Ed, as I get this ready for the oven. It's gorgeous. Yum, yum, yum. I think we're going to have to invite somebody over for dinner. This is going to be way more than we can eat, Eddie. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Alrighty. I'm just going to fill this in here. Now the next thing I'm going to put on is I'm going to put on this ground beef. Just a nice even layer across the top of the pizza here. I made about 1.5 pounds. We are meat eaters, so we do like this, especially Eddie. There's never too much ground beef for him. Wow. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is looking like a 10 to me for sure. Beautiful. I like to try to get everything all the way out to the crust. to the edges. Wow. All right, now we're gonna put those beautiful veggies on here. And remember, I cut some of them in circles just because it's gonna look so awesome. Because you remember, you eat with your eyes first. May as well make it beautiful, right? Beautiful. It's like right out of a food magazine, don't you think? Gorgeous. Okay. I'm just gonna sprinkle the rest around the onions. Wow. I wish you guys could smell it in here. I love that combination of caramelized onions and bell peppers. Now we're gonna put mozzarella on top of that. Oh my, my, my. This looks fabulous. Now remember, when you put this in the oven, everything is cooked. So we're just looking to get everything to melt. So at 375, it'll probably only take about 10 to 15 minutes in the oven. Now the last thing that I'm gonna put on top is this fabulous Montreal steak seasoning. It sounds funny for steak. The flavor is incredible. I love this stuff. I'm gonna put it on pretty generously because you notice I didn't put salt and pepper on anything. So this has plenty of salt and pepper in it and some other delicious herbs. Okay, this is ready to go in the oven. Ooh, it's kind of heavy. I can't wait to eat later. I'll show you what it looks like when we get it out of the oven. Oh my God, you guys, look at this pizza. This cheeseburger pizza smells incredible. I cannot wait to eat this, but I promised Ed I'd wait for him. He's at the store. As soon as he comes back, we are gonna dive right into this deliciousness. Thanks for visiting my channel today. And don't forget, you eat with your eyes first, so you may as well make it beautiful. See you next time.